away, you gum. Are you been for your interview already?
Not yet.
Hey, you look good.
Thanks. So do you.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'm modelling myself on the dude from The Big Lebowski. It's in the bag.
A gift.
What? For me? Gee, you don't have to go buy me gifts. But go on then, open it up, let's have a look.
Ta-da!
What's that thing in its hand?
It's a squeegee. Yes, boss.
Well, we should put them together, shouldn't we?
Okay. We should give them names.
What about Chairman Meow?
We can't call an ornament after Chairman Mao.
Oh, no?
We should call them Graham and Tina.
Yeah, but Tina's not a nurse, is she?
Oh, neither am I yet. We'll change the nurse's hat for a pint of Newton at Ridley. Then it could be Tina.
Nah, I quite like the nurse's hat. Let's just call it Graham and she. We don't have to tell Tina, yeah? It'll be our little secret.
Okay. Graham and Sheen.
Are you okay?
Slept like a dead man.
Don't say that. I was so scared, John.
I know, love.
What were you doing there?
It was guilt. I hold myself responsible for Charlotte's death.
Why?
You won't like the answer.
Why?
Charlotte was very keen on me. Obsessed, you could say. Which is hardly surprising, considering I'm such a fine figure of a man. It was her that sent the letters. Flowers to the factory, DVD, the funny phone calls, everything. It was her.
Okay, I'm going now. Wish me luck.
Oh, yeah, good luck. Break a leg, knock 'em dead.
You English, huh? Killing people, breaking legs. It's an interview. Hello. Oh, hi.
Wow, you look amazing.
Why, thank you very much.
He's all yours.
Well, I wasn't wild from what I heard last night.
Oh, she was just defending me. She is my wife.
No, I was fine about that. I meant the hands all over each other bit. Callie said you were out in the street, messing around, cleaning windows.
I didn't have my hands all over her. I was just showing her how to use a squeegee.
Did you know she's got a photo of you in her purse?
She is my wife.
Is that your answer to everything now? She's my wife.
Well, just don't get hung up about the details, yeah?
She's being funny with me, that's all. There's an awkwardness all of a sudden.
Well, she's married to your boyfriend. How awkward do you want it to be?
No.
All right, okay. Yes, if we're having this conversation. Let's talk about Tommy Duckworth. Even I could feel the sexual tension.
I'm pretending, babe, just like you.
Yeah, well, as long as that's all it is.
Why would I want Tommy Duckworth, eh? When I can have this.
What?
You got a gorgeous look going on there, babe.
I'm considering breaking the record straight through to bedtime.
How is that a record? You've done it loads of times.
All right, then. Equaling the record.
Once she found out that I was borrowing Colin's
Stealing? John, you were stealing Colin's identity.
Well, technically, I did ask his permission.
John!
All right. Once she found out that I was stealing Colin's identity, then the blackmailing began.
From what I remember, the whole thing seemed to amuse her.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. That's how she acted in front of you, especially. But the truth is, she wanted me. Dangerously so. And I had to do everything I could to try and contain her threats.
Including sleeping with her?
No. She knew that I loved you. And she hated that. The night the tram crashed, she was here.
You remember it as the night the tram crashed. I remember it as the night we had hope.
I'm talking about her death. I'm trying to explain why. She threatened to go to the police that night. Said that she'd tell them everything unless I agreed to have an affair with her. And I wouldn't. So off she went, and I was terrified. And then the next thing I know, the viaduct's collapsed and they find her underneath it. Fate stopped me getting into trouble, Fizz.
Right, so you start shoving £20 notes through a mother's letterbox?
Well, because if it wasn't for me, if I hadn't have been so hell-bent on teaching again, then she wouldn't have tried to get close to me, and then she wouldn't have been here that night, and then... Well, and then they wouldn't have lost their little girl.
So why didn't you tell me all this before?
Because, as usual, I thought I could deal with it and spare you. Weren't things already bad enough?
Oh, junk mail.
Evening classes. Said we should spend more time together. Take your pick.
Did I? When?
There's plenty of classes at the Tech. It's walking distance, it's something we can do together, and it's free for OAPs. I mean, you will have to pay, obviously.
Armchair archaeology, archery, pottery for beginners. Oh, no, Ken, I'm sorry. These will just have to go straight in the recycling.
What's your aversion to pottery?
I'm sorry, Ken. The answer is no.
See? I go out of my way to suggest something, and you dismiss it out of hand. Well, I'll take these back to the library, save them going to waste.
Where's Amy?
She's upstairs with a cob on.
Oh, why? Because I wouldn't let her eat Steve's egg?
She thinks you're being mean to him.
Yeah. Well, she's going to have to toughen up. Amy, get your coat on, love. We're going to the park.
Maybe if you told us the reason for all this hostility, we could help.
Yeah, or maybe you could keep your nose out of my business. Pottery. You.
Have you heard from him?
Yeah, he's landed safely.
Where did he sleep last night?
Oh, they've got his accommodation sorted. Don't worry, he said it's nice.
He'd be lonely, won't he?
I imagine he will be, love, initially. But his brother's out there. And once he's started working, he'll be all right. When he's met the other lads and had a few drinks, he'll get used to it.
He'll miss you.
I'll miss him.
Will you have to tell Hillary?
Maybe we should think about another few days' rest.
Hospital.
Again?
So they can get the balance of your medication right.
I threw him away.
What, you did what?
I thought I could cope.
The pills are to stop you from having these episodes, John.
Can you not just write him another prescription? I'll make sure he takes them this time, Dr. Carter, I promise.
You're lucky you've got someone who cares.
I know I am.
We've come this far.
How funny was it when we both got on the seesaw?
Yeah, hilarious.
Oh, she's really taken to you, hasn't she?
Well, I'm not trying to take anyone's place, Tracy.
What, him? He's not even an ex. He's an ex-conquest, that's all. A one-night stand.
How romantic.
Isn't it? Ugh. And is she anyway?
She's gone to her friends.
Oh, which one?
Like I'd tell you.
You know what? I'm going to dash. I've got some calls I've got to make.
Well, you never said.
I'm saying now. Cheers, Steve. See you later.
Yeah, see you, Frank. Bye. Oh, you know, at this rate, she's going to be calling him Daddy soon.
Yeah, he seemed well up for that. Yes, Ken.
What are these?
Hmm?
These.
Well, them, just a bit of fun, props, in case anyone,
What's this rag?
It's not a rag, it's a squeegee.
Right.
They're, cute, aren't they? What?
Nothing. This whole situation.
Well, at least we're still smiling.
Oh, yeah, well, at least it's still smiling. post. Go and see if there's a visa.
Yes, I'm there.
Anything from immigration? Quick, get it open, quick. Right, let me have a look at it.
What? I don't like that face.
It's not a visa.
Well, what is it then? Someone's grassed us up.
Have we got this month's practical motorhome?
You've had it.
Have I? Oh, so I have.
Has it gone in for its service yet?
This afternoon.
Hey, well, don't let them give you any guff about faulty fan belts and sticky clutches, because it is in perfect working order.
What would you know about it, Norris?
Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
I beg your pardon?
This.
What is it?
Take a guess.
I don't know. Eddie Windass is dead. Long live Eddie Windass.
Never mind that.
Eddie Winder's dead?
You told him, didn't you?
Told who what? I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, well, you knew it was a sham, and David and Kylie wanted to set out, and neither would she.
Hey, Rita, thank you very much.
We're upset.
I can see.
So that just leaves you.
Look, I can't say I was ever in favour of your scheme, as well you know. I mean, I respect marriage and I value English jobs.
Norris.
But I would never have exposed you to this danger. I'm not your mole, and frankly, I resent the accusation.
Well, if he's not our mole, who is?
You?
Indeed. It was I.
You look shattered.
Well, a walk's done me good. We went round the Red Wreck, except one of these carriers broke, so I had to shove it all in my changing bag. And I had to stop and feed her. Then she wanted changing. Tell you what, even a stroll in the park's no stroll in the park.
Have you had any sense out of him?
He's explained what he can.
Really? Like why Charlotte's parents were calling him Colin, and how he knew where they lived?
Shh, I'm getting there, bit by bit.
Are you?
Almost. He's not well, Ches. And I can't risk him going back in hospital. I'm sure there'll be reasons.
Yeah, good ones.
Oh.
You did this out of spite. I mean, I knew you were mad, but I didn't know you were completely demented.
Oh, you watch your mouth. She's not the one that's committed a crime.
You could go to prison. And you want him to watch his mouth?
Mary, how could you do this to us? Your predicament is not my responsibility.
Prison.
They were helping a friend. They're just kids.
Mary, what are you even doing here? You live in a van. You could be anywhere in the world.
Love continually eludes me.
Ah, right, yes. Now we're getting somewhere because your own life's a disaster.
All right, Graham.
No, why shouldn't it be said? Because she's hankering after a sugar daddy in a backstreet sweet shop.
We also sell a wide range of magazines and newspapers.
He don't want you, Mary. You know, every time you walk into the pub, he rolls his eyes.
That's not true.
It is. People laugh behind your back.
They don't.
That's enough now, young man.
Yeah, maybe it is. Come on.
These are our lives, Mary. Yeah? You know, mine, Tina's, Sheen's. You know, well, so what if no one's made you happy? So what if you never bagged the one? What right does that give you?
I could never justify a marriage on administrative grounds.
No, you're right, because you've hit the nail right on the head there, because you know what? That's the problem with this place. Everybody's perfect.
Those were some very hurtful things he said to you, Mary, but none of them are true. He was disappointed. Nevertheless, the fact remains, that was a reckless thing you did.
What's going on?
Nothing.
What's going on?
She said nothing yet, so just back off.
I heard enough.
What?
I'm not daft. What's going on?
Look, maybe we should tell him.
What? Why should we? I don't know him from Adam, and from what I've seen of him, I don't trust him. Come on.
Oh, thanks.
He'd be like a dog with a bone until he knows. He'll talk, he'll ask questions. I'd rather have him on our side.
Oh, yeah, would you know?
Graham?
Well, you got to tell me now.
Graham only married Sheen so she'd get a visa. We're still together. The whole thing's been one big charade.
Well, I wouldn't have seen that coming. Fair play, mate.
Listen, if you say anything, yeah?
Hey, does this mean that Sheen's available then?
Tommy, this isn't a joke. Mary's grassed us up. We've got a bloke from the immigration coming around to interview them tomorrow.
Do you reckon they'll take you in a room and put headphones on?
Someone's coming round to the flat.
Do you have to tell him everything?
You promised me you won't say a word.
Hey, I'm a vault. Don't know where the key.
All right, come on, let's get in before someone sees.
Hey, listen.
What?
Good luck. What's happened?
It was Faye that mentioned it. So I phoned him and I explained, and I said, it won't change anything, will it? And they said, yeah, basically, yeah, it will.
Hey, come here. Listen, here's what we're going to do, OK? We're going to sit down, we're going to have a cup of tea and one of my dad's fancies, yeah? Hey, everything's going to be fine, Mum.
Oh, Gary, what if they take her off me? What have I done?
I don't know enough about Sheen. I'll never pass a test. If they scratch beneath the surface for a second, we're finished.
That's not true. We didn't get here by accident. I mean, even in the lie, you ain't known her that long. They can't expect you to know everything. Just behave like it's all real. I mean, you heard what Tommy said. He never would have guessed.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to tell him.
No, I did have to tell him, because he walked right in. I mean, we're lucky we had him and not someone like Tracy.
T, I am out of my depth.
It's sink or swim.
Yeah, well, I only know one stroke, and that's doggy paddle.
You'll get through it, because you'll have to. I mean, if they cart you off...
Yeah, well, if they cart me off, there's always Tommy Duckworth. Well, I love you too.
I didn't get it.
What?
Already, how do you know?
They made us wait. Then they called people back if they made it through to the next round. Oh, it was like the X Factor. And needless to say, here I am. It's been 2 years. Right, 2 years since I qualified, and you've sacrificed so much for me. But I'm sorry. I'm a complete failure.
Yeah, well, join the club.
Graham! What's that?
I think you better sit down.
Well, you can take it there if you want the proper stamps and that, but we'll do just as good a job.
I trust you, but I'll tell you for a fact that the fan belt and clutch will need no attending to.
Right, we'll have it ready for you first thing then.
Got the roof reslating as well.
Tommy, do you mind taking it round the corner? It's casting a shadow.
Are you going to sleep tonight, Mary?
Those are my spares. I shall sleep in it as usual.
Is that okay with you, is it?
Fine with me. Won't catch me interfering in other people's lives.
What? Nothing. He's new, he only does the odd shift.
I can see why.
John? John?
Hello, 496-057.
You calling me?
No, yeah. Yes. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yeah. You sit down, I'll make it. She woke up, but I just sang her back to sleep again. Just like Honey, G's and Mary chain. She went off again in seconds.
She's having an early night. She was so hyper after all that chocolate.
Why is it always such a big mystery with you, Tracy? I mean, the way you're treating Steve is despicable. And if you think Amy's too young to realise it, you're mistaken.
If only you knew.
If only you'd tell us. Ken's right, this is doing nobody any good, least of all Amy.
Steve and Becky tried to snatch her.
What?
When they were trying to sell the pub, before his dad lost the plot, they were planning on moving away. They'd even pilfered her passport.
Moving away where?
God knows.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, ask Amy. They tried to fob me off, but I caught them. Getting involved with that poisonous bitch was the worst mistake he ever made. And I'll tell you something. Nobody tries to steal my kid and gets away with it.
Mummy!
Mummy's coming. Have you chosen your bedtime story yet?
Pottery for beginners. Sign us up.
The chips are here. House meeting. Oh, you're dressed, finally.
I was lettering some machine stuff around the bedroom, trying to make it look shared, and I heard the front door go, and I thought it was you.
What is it?
She's gone.
What?
She's gone.
I couldn't risk you getting into trouble. You're the two kindest people I've ever met.
She wants me to tell immigration that she tricked me.
What you've done for me is worth more than any job or any visa, and I will never ever forget you. Your friend Sheen.
Tried phoning her, but she won't answer.
Well, at least it's over.
What? Over? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for us. Maybe. T, if she don't go to prison, they'll deport her, or she'll just go on the run for the rest of her life and she'll never get a job. You know, why did we do this in the first place if we're just prepared to abandon her now? Come on, T, you've got to care about her as well, surely.
Of course I care about her. But I care about you more.
We get her back here, yeah? Face whatever they throw at us. We do this together.
You're right. You're right.
But first of all, we've got to find her.
And who knows? If the immigration officer sees those cats, we might have a fighting chance.
It wasn't a year after I was born that he disappeared. So, I mean, the major mystery for me is who is he, where is he, and what did he turn into?
Long Lost Family is next tonight. And join us for all the live action as it unfolds. The Royal Wedding is from 8:30 tomorrow morning, right here on ITV1.